My name is Lisa. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go here live on my Facebook page every Monday with a free class showing you guys something fun and new and easy. There are so many things out there that people get intimidated by, and it's my goal as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator to show you how simple some of these things can be, because I use this as my de-stressing option. I love to stamp, and it's therapy for me, and there's no stress in stamping, I promise. Here we are again, and this is the card we're going to be making, is this kind of pendulum thing. We're actually going to be making it with the Birds and Branches stamp set. We're going to make the little swinging thing in the middle. It's not as hard as it looks, I promise. And we're using the Birds and Branches stamp set with coordinating dies. These dies are fabulous. They have lots of ones that will cut out images in the stamp set, as well as some additional decorative leaves and the circle. Lots of fun stuff. You can find them on page 108 of our annual catalog. We're going to go down here on my desk, and we're going to be working with this stamp set and the dies that go with it. We need to start out with a card base. I'm using Mary Merlot. And I've got a piece that is 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of Designer Series paper, Beauty of the Earth. That's actually found here on page 130. It's a beautiful fall colors, outdoorsy, beautiful paper. And we're using that for the front. I have a piece that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 that's going to go on the inside. I have a small piece of acetate. I have a piece that is 2 1/2 by 4 1/4, scored at 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, and 2. This is going to be the part on the bottom. I have a piece that is 2 inches by 1/2 inch, scored every 1/2 inch. So we're at 1/2, 1, 1 1/2. Then I took our layering circles dies, and this is the one I'm going to cut out of the front of their card with, but then I took a slightly larger scalloped circle, and I cut the large circle, then I cut this out of the middle, and I'm going to use this as a ring on the outside of our card to decorate. So that's going to be this piece here. We're going to do a little bit of stamping for the part that's going to swing. This time I'm going to go with this guy. It's a little bird with his tail up. So there are 2 different stamps, actually 3 if I use this one as a wing to go with it. And so these are photopolymer stamps, so they're just going to pick right up onto our clear blocks. Okay, so I'm going to go with the base color, and I'm going to make this a 2nd generation. So I'm going to stamp this off, and then I'm going to stamp it again. So this is what we call 2nd generation stamping. And it's just slightly lighter of the same color. Then I'm going to do this one full strength. And because they're clear, they're nice and easy to look straight down from the top and place one on top of the other and get really good alignment. And then if we wanted to, like I said, we could add a wing going up, or we could actually add a wing here and then pop him up on a dimensional, but I'm not going to do that. But it just shows you that there are 3 steps to this bird if you want. And then I'm going to stamp the nest that he sits in. And so I have that stamp out, and I'm going to ink this up in crumb cake. And then, you know, bird nests are made up of a lot of sticks, and the sticks are not always the same color. And so in order to get a little bit different color to it and make it look like a real true bird's nest, is I'm going to take our Stampin' Write markers. I don't use these a whole lot since we started using the Stampin' Blends to color with, but these do have lots of great uses. And one of my favorite things is using the tip end to paint the ink onto the stamp to get precise placement. But then there's this technique, which is called thumping. And I'm just kind of letting it hit the stamp randomly. And I'm just kind of thumping it on there. And I'm taking a couple different colors, and I'm kind of changing my direction, and I'm changing the length of the steps, but just something to make it look random. Again, we know my accounting brain does not do random well, but I'm trying. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp. And that's how we get the many different colors in our nest. Okay, so I have these pieces done, and then I'm going to take our designer series paper and I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the card front first, because I do not want this to shift once we cut the circle out of the middle. And then we're going to bring in the die cutting machine. Looks like we lost people when it wouldn't let me talk before. So sorry about that. I wish I knew the answer and how to go about fixing that. You're still here with me though, right? Okay, so I'm just loading this into the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And this is cutting out our circle. And then I'm going to cut out the nest and our bird. And I can do them at the same time. And if placing them on here, if you're worried about them moving, a little bit of washi tape holds them in line perfect so that the dies don't shift when you go to add the top plate. Okay, so that's it with our stamping and die cutting. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the little thing that's going to make it swing. And that's the pendulum part. And we're going to take this little 2-inch strip. Again, it's 2 inch by 1/2 inch, scored at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5. I'm going to glue the two middle pieces together. And that only takes a second to dry. And that's going to look like a little, those paper helicopters we used to play with when we were kids. That's what we want it to do. And then I'm going to take a 1/8 inch hole punch, and I'm going to punch a hole in that little section. Then I'm going to use the acetate to create a strip, and I'm going to punch a hole in this as well, way up near the top. I just grabbed a random piece. This one's approximately 3 inches in length. I don't know that there's a specific length that is perfect, but you just basically want it to show up in the middle of your circle on your card. And then I had these leftover brads from I don't know where, and I'm using them, but I would recommend the Stampin' Up ones because these have kind of a dome on the top of it, and from what I've seen of our Stampin' Up ones, they're flat on top, so they're in my next order because they won't be as bulky. But I'm going to put that in here, so I've got the two pieces together, and then I want to open up the back, but I don't want it to be really tight. I want it to be a little bit loose. And so to make it a little bit loose, I'm going to use my paper snips kind of as a spacer. So I'm not cutting down tight on them, I'm just kind of holding them in place and then bending the little things over the top of it so that it's good and loose. And that's what's going to give it the swing. If it was too tight, it wouldn't swing as freely. Then all we have to do is open this up, and we're going to straddle the score line in the middle. So I'm going to place this in here, and we're going to glue it down with one part on the front and one on the back. Again, I'm going to use liquid glue because it does move a little bit, and that's because I want it to be comfortable in there. So a little glue on each side. And it really doesn't matter which way the brad faces, I don't think, because we just want it there and to swing. But I place it down, and then I go ahead and try to close the card and make sure that it's going to open and close, and that doesn't move. So that looks good to me. And it hangs down nice and low in our window. I like that. Then we're going to take the inside layer of the card, and we're going to adhere that. And that covers up the one little piece that was on the back of our card. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be seen through the hole anyway, but if the hole did go up higher, having that piece covering it up would be helpful. Now we need to decide. On my other card, my stick was not as long, and so I had intended to make my entire bird nest swing with the bird in it. I think that's what I'm going to do this time. Last time, I just made the bird swing and I made the nest stationary. You can do it either way you want. I just thought it'd be fun to see if the bird nest would swing in the branches like it would with the wind, right? And so to do that, what I want to do is close my card, and I want to position this where I think it fits. So I'm thinking that would be good right about there. It kind of centers them in the window. And then I'm going to put it down with glue dots because I want this to stay put and dry quickly. So a few glue dots will help me with that. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. So then I'm just going to adhere my little decorative piece. Again, this is cut with the same circle that I cut the front of my card, and then a slightly larger scallop. And I don't need very much glue. And then we're just going to position that on the front of our card around the circle. And then what's going to hold it open and make it not, you know, fall flat on our table like this is this little piece here. Again, this is 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. It's scored at 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, and then 2. Okay, so now I'm just adhering this inside, and I'm actually keeping it inside my card because I know that these pieces will touch evenly on the table, but this is just going to keep it from falling down. So it's okay to have that little 1/8 of an inch gap there. Then for the other side, I'm going to hold this in place, and then I'm going to put some glue on it and just close my card. And so that will make it fall into place naturally so that when we stick it in an envelope, it's not going to bow funny. So there we go. There's our little swinging bird's nest. And then if you wanted to, we could put a sentiment on the front. I've got a little piece here. So I use my grid paper on my desk to line up my words and then line up my block on those lines in hopes that that's going to keep me straight. Mary Merlot ink. And then I'm going to bring in our banner punch. This is our new banner option. And it does the regular standard banner that the triple banner punch did, but then it also bumps the other way to make little pennants. And they have these little guides in the front, so you can just feed it right in, and it should just stamp perfectly right in the middle. If you're worried that it's not going to, you can always check the back. And there's that. I was looking for my linen thread because I think what I want to do is just do a little wrap down here at the end. And you could tie a bow on the front, or you could leave it just with the wrap. I think I want just the wrap because I don't want to have to try to tie a bow without my bow maker tool. So in order to make that stay there, what I'm going to do is just grab a small piece of tear and tape and just place it right over the top. And then I'm not going to remove the backing because I don't need it to be double-sided. I only want to hold that in place. Then I can trim off the excess of the linen thread. And because this gives it a little bit of bulk, we want to be sure to use Stampin' Dimensionals when we adhere it to the card. That gives it clearance. And there we go. There's our finished card. So what do you think? So tell me, who's going to try and make a pendulum card using our fun little technique today? And did you like it where the nest was stationary and just the bird moved, or when the whole thing moved? I think I like the whole thing. So again, thank you for joining me. My name is Lisa. I'm with Queen Bee Creations. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and all of these supplies are available in my online store. And if you need any one-on-one attention, please contact me. That's what I'm here for. I enjoy thoroughly teaching you guys these fun new tricks and helping you overcome any kind of obstacles that you encounter in your card making, because it's very important to me that Stampin' Up! Stay stress-free and that we use it to bless others. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you here next Monday at 2:30 Mountain Time for another Facebook Live.